Hi, Steve Coleman again here. Our last blog was about why people need really to be decision-making savvy, why they need to be informed. Since then, people have been asking me, well, how do you get to that state? How do you become more informed, more aware of the decisions you make? Well, the answer is really quite simple. And it's simple because it goes right back to a basic law of nature. And that basic law is the law of stimulus and response. For example, we have a seedling that's just germinated, the sun comes out and the seedling will grow towards the sun. We know about sunflowers, so it will trace the sun throughout the day, maybe. Or a bee flies a bit close to your face and you blink. It's a reflex. The bee is the stimulus and our response is we blink. So, it's pretty simple really. However, human beings are endowed with a cocktail of other stuff that goes on up here. For example, we have intellect, we have logic and reason, we also have emotions, we feel stuff, and that really is part and parcel of our decisions. It's what happens, up here. So it sounds complicated, however, it's really that simple stimulus response law of nature. If we look at the stimulus and the response and we tease it out, that leaves a space up here where the processing happens, and we call that our critical space. So far we have a stimulus or an event happening, a critical space for processing, and a response. Now, human beings with their reasoning capability go another step further. All right. They use their responses or sometimes reactions, which are instant responses, and they're unconscious due to our conditioning and biological controls, one step further and look for an outcome. We are able to look into our minds and ask questions about ourselves. So we say, well, what was the outcome? And even one step further, we look for patterns and we like to measure. So we measure the outcome that we got with what we wanted. We ask ourselves, well, was that a very good decision? Maybe not. Maybe it was. Maybe we're over the moon. Maybe we're plunged into a life of woe and dismal sort of despair because we didn't get what we want. Now, a life of wonder or a life of woe, either way, it can be useful. It depends on what we do with the outcome. Remember in the last blog, that point of depression, that bottom of the pit that comes just before that point of hope and a thought, maybe there's a way out. That's where we ask the how can I question. How can I turn this around into a positive situation that serves me? So E for event, C, critical space where the processing happens, R, response or reaction. Some of them are conscious, some of them are unconscious. O, the outcome, and M is where we measure and get a result by comparing what we got with what we wanted. ECROM, ECROM, the ECROM model for decision making. It's really a Coca-Cola formula for decision making, or if you like, a biological interpretation, the DNA of decision making. So if you'd like to find out more about how you're wired for decision making, you can go to our website www.howtomaketherightdecisioneverytime.com, and there's some freebies there, or you can contact me and get hold of a copy of our book, Decisions, How to Make the Right One Every Time. Thanks again for dropping by. Love being with you. Safe travels and take care. Bye for now.